Welcome back, everybody. What we're going to do today is we're going to continue to examine the Seventh-day Adventist claim that Archangel is a unique title or position of authority for Christ, and that Michael the Archangel is in fact Jesus, and Jesus is in fact Michael the Archangel. Now, just in case there's any skeptics or naysayers, I wanted to come here to egwritings.org, which is part of the White Estate. It's an official source for SDAs. It doesn't get much more official than that. And what we see here is the Archangel Michael's identity has been debated through the centuries. Both Ellen White and many non-Adventist scholars equate Michael with Christ. They go on to say this view does not require any lessening of Christ's full deity. I'm not sure I would agree that many Bible scholars that are non-Adventist would agree with this view, but there are certainly some. Now, I believe that it does threaten Christ's full deity, and I have tried to demonstrate that in a previous video, showing that Ellen White does in fact discuss multiple archangels, not one. It is not a unique position of authority. It is not a solitary title for Christ, and that's demonstrated through Ellen White's own writings. What we're going to do today is to throw an additional monkey wrench in this. Will it be the final blow? I don't think so, but I think you'll find it interesting. What we're going to do here is we're going to briefly go to Andrews University, and please keep an eye on my URL, the web address that I'm accessing when I do this. I've occasionally been accused of using malicious software or some sort of fraudulent software to emulate these websites. Any SDA is encouraged to go and verify this information for themselves. So anyhow, we proceed to Andrews University, and I'm going to read from here. In the 1830s and 1840s, many English Bibles used by Millerites and early Adventists included the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha were included not only in Catholic Bibles, but in Protestant ones as well. It was only in May 1827 that the British and Foreign Bible Society decided to exclude the Apocrypha from its English Bibles. Up to that time, it had included them in a separate section between the Old and New Testaments. The Large Family Bible in Ellen White's childhood home, printed in Boston in 1822, was one of these Bibles with the apocryphal books inserted between the Old and New Testaments. This Bible is now in the Ellen G. White Estate vault in Silver Springs, Maryland. And it goes on to say that it should come as no surprise that apocryphal books were familiar to all English-speaking Christians in the 1840s. And it says that although many Christians did not consider them as inspired and on the same level as the rest of Scripture, let's think about that for a moment. Do you accept that there are degrees of inspiration? And do you accept that this sentence says, as the rest of Scripture? The attitude of the Christian world towards the Apocrypha was different than what it is today. Allusions to or quotations from the Apocrypha were neither uncommon nor thought strange, because it was believed that much wisdom and even truth could be found in these writings. I'm going to repeat that from Andrews University. It was believed that much wisdom and even truth could be found in these writings. Now, why is this a problem? One of the apocryphal books that they're making reference to here is 2 ESDRAS. 2 ESDRAS is used by Ellen White routinely to support her claims or to bolster her statements somehow. So we're going to take a look at that now. What we see here is also from EGW Writings, an official source, is we have a letter from Ellen White to Brother Bates, who would be Joseph Bates. You'll see her signature line at the bottom in this letter. So let's continue. Dear Brother Bates, we have the date there, and I'm not going to read all of this letter or this statement, but I'm going to demonstrate that she will make a statement such as, and I saw the sword, famine, pestilence, and great confusion in the land, and then to bolster that claim or add authority to what she's written, she will cite scriptural references or cite books. And so what she has done after that statement is she's cited Ezekiel. She's also cited to ESDRAS, particular verses from them. You can see that that also happens in the following statement. They rose up and took counsel to rid the earth of us, thinking that then the evil would be stayed. So she cites a particular chapter and verse of 2 ESDRAS. The letter continues again. She's citing 2 ESDRAS multiple times, as you can see highlighted here. And as the letter closes, you can see from your sister in the Blessed Hope, E.G. White, which would be Ellen Gould White. Again, this is from the White Estate. Now, why would it be a problem for Ellen White to cite 2 ESDRAS? Well, it would be a problem because 2 ESDRAS makes specific reference to other archangels that are not named Michael. We're going to see that now by going to King James Bible Online. And again, feel free to look at the URL or the web address up here. What we find is in 2 ESDRAS, which Ellen White is citing as authoritative support for her statements, is, "And unto these things Uriel, the archangel, gave them answer, and said, Even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance." So, what we see here is Uriel is the name of an archangel. That would imply that archangel is not a unique position of authority for Christ, nor is it a unique title. This is also supported by my other recent video from the White Estate. And do I think this will be the final blow to end this argument or to expose SDAs for what they're skirting around and flirting with? Not really, but in my next video, I will demonstrate that Ellen White called Satan an archangel. Now, if Satan is an archangel, I think that would be a third specific example of naming an archangel and is in direct conflict with the idea that archangel is a unique position, is a unique place of authority. Thank you.